when it comes to producing college football players, Ohio is among the top states, right there with Texas, California, Georgia, and Florida. But unlike those football hotbeds, Ohio high schools do not have a spring football season, which is something Ryan Day would like to see change.
Yeah, I think it's close to happening. It's something I've been a big part of in meeting with the Ohio High School Association, the great people who are there, and I think it's being pushed for very, very strongly to have some spring football. We were about to get it done, I think. I don't want to speak for the people there, but once COVID hit, it kind of got put in the back burner. Now it's kind of back up on the front burner again. And then there's also been a lot of conversation about 7-on-7, which I believe is something that we need to get going in the state of Ohio, like yesterday, for all those reasons.
So what would spring football look like? Well, it would be similar to college football in the spring, a handful of practices possibly leading up to an intra-squad scrimmage. But what would that mean for football players who also play baseball or track and field? That's a sticking point for many, especially at smaller schools.
Well, I know it was a topic some years ago with Urban Meyer. If Urban couldn't pull it off, I'm not sure Ryan can, and I think the world of both of those guys. No, I don't think we need spring football in Ohio. I'm a baseball coach. I think you play baseball in the spring, you play football in the fall. I recognize there are some pretty outstanding athletes in other states that have spring ball. It probably moves them a little further ahead in the football world, but I wouldn't trade spring football and baseball. Let's play baseball in the spring. Clearly, the football coaches in Ohio do an outstanding job developing the kids that we have, because Ohio kids are recruited from all over the country. So I'm not sure why we have to change everything. I don't know where that pressure may be coming from. But again, Ryan Day is a pretty smart guy. I understand why he wants it. I don't think it's in the best interest of Ohio athletes. Certainly not spring sport athletes.
This summer, the OHSAA relaxed restrictions, allowing programs more coaching days during the off-season. Keep those practices in place and the need for spring ball is lessened. But of course, the summer is just as busy as the spring for many.
I see the advantages and the disadvantages. If I could put that around summer baseball, summer basketball, vacation, jobs, and do a great job of that, we'd spend some time doing that. But, right now our kids' schedules are pretty full. I'm not sure I want to add anything else to their day. We force kids to have to make some choices that adults are putting them in a quandary, and I'm not sure that's healthy. Again, I think what's working in Ohio for many, many years will continue to work. We don't make any changes in my mind.
7-on-7 leagues have grown in popularity, and while those are great for the passing game, coaches will tell you there are plenty of bad habits that are needed to be broken from 7-on-7. Hardman also concedes that at a smaller school, his concerns may not be shared at some of the bigger schools in Northwest Ohio.
We have 34 kids on our football team. I don't need 12 weeks to get 34 guys ready to play in a football game. So it's a little difficult for me to answer that question. I would tell you, we didn't take our 10 days. We had our first get-together was Monday. And that's kind of how I feel about it. I think kids have a lot of things they ought to be doing in the summer, and I don't think they ought to start football June 1. So I think for us, the days that we have is adequate. But again, I'm not Central Catholic or Whitmer, and we do what we need to with 34 kids.